fuck out of here. I was 9 years old.
I blinked. He's in Hoboken.
It's like, you were 9 years old? You had that kind of power?
Okay, but you're like ruining it all.
What was the guy's name? Pino?
Pino.
I thought in that moment, Pino was the greatest man alive.
I want to be this man.
I want to be this man. I'm a cop now. Who would have thunk it? Fuck you, Gino. You suck.
Hello and welcome to Action. My name is James, and each week we watch a movie to decide where it ranks in our ultimate list of the greatest action movies of all time. This week we watched Out for Justice, starring Steven Seagal. The gruesome murder of a Brooklyn detective will turn the case into a personal vendetta when the deceased's best friend and fellow officer will unleash an all-out attack against a psychotic mafia enforcer's brutal gang.
It's miles from civilization, but just one subway stop from Manhattan,
Hey, you want a party?
Brooklyn. They were friends,
Ever since we was little.
born on these streets.
One of us, family.
Now, after 15 years,
Who would have ever thought that I would have become a cop, huh?
they will play cops and robbers one more time. But this time,
Ritchie got out of the car and just stepped up, bang.
it's no game.
3 of his crew were with him.
Steven Seagal,
I know this guy better than anybody else. I know the neighborhood better than anybody else.
Out for Justice.
I'm gonna keep coming back until somebody remembers seeing Richie.
You know our ways. He must be dealt with by us.
Over here, Sal.
Get in the car!
I'll find this guy before you do. You know what I'm gonna do.
So you still call me here like a girl?
The body count's going up, Gino.
I'm starting to get in a bad mood, you know? Maybe it's like a mood swing, my hormones, I don't know.
In this neighborhood, someone's got to take out the garbage. Steven Seagal, Out for Justice.
I want to start by welcoming back
John?
Dustin?
So, what'd you guys watch this week?
I watched It.
Oh, yeah. The new one?
Yeah. Not the old one.
I only
Could have been watching the Tim Curry joint.
I only seen parts of the old one. I never actually watched the full, but I haven't seen the new one.
I watched
either.
the new one. It's good. It's a fine made film.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it suffers from a little bit of that, the same thing that I think, what was the Mick G horror movie that just came out?
Mick G is still doing shit?
The Babysitter.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah, the Netflix one?
Yeah. It's like a little too slick. Like these movies, I think there has to be a little bit of grit.
Oh yeah.
In like a horror movie.
Yeah.
And this has definitely got the visual, like, creepiness. It's a little too glossy.
I liked it quite a bit. I saw it in I feel like I saw it in the optimal way. I saw it in the theater. And it wasn't a packed theater, but there was a whole bunch of teenagers, that were probably too young to be in there sitting behind us.
Oh, yeah.
And they were, gasping and laughing and jumping at all the right spots. And I think that actually made it more fun. But that's my favorite King book, and I think it's pretty good adaptation.
It's a pretty good movie. Like, it's well made. I mean, all the actors, the kids are all great.
Yeah. I really like the kids.
It's kind of scary when you get that many really good kid actors together to think like, oh, wow, those guys are all really good at something, and they're like 12.
Yeah. I like the guy that did Pennywise too, because he didn't try to do like Tim Curry. He did his own thing.
Yeah. He did scary, creepy, crazy, and
I was having a hard time picturing someone other than Tim Curry doing it, because that's just ingrained in my head. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I actually liked his.
I think it sets up like another movie really well.
Yeah, because that's only the first half of the story.
Yeah, so I think that it's a really good first half of a. I think that when you put them together, it's gonna be better than like the sum of
Yeah.
But yeah, watch that. I watched second 2 horror movies in a row I brought up.
Oh yeah.
Last week was The Void.
Oh right, yeah, The Void. Yeah.
What about you, Dustin?
Oh, I watched a few things. Watched The Shape of Water, that new Guillermo del Toro movie.
Oh yeah, I need to watch it.
Yeah, it was really enjoyable.
I don't know which one that is.
It's about this mute woman who's she's like a custodian at a secret government facility.
Oh,
and
yeah,
okay. They have this amphibious kind of man in a tank there, and she befriends him, and yeah, it's really great. They've got such great actors in every part in that movie. Like, you got Sally Hawkins as the main character, and you got Michael Shannon as the sort of bad security guy, and Richard Jenkins is in it, and Octavia Spencer, she's really good in it.
Spectre, isn't it?
Spectre?
Spencer?
I think it's Spencer. Maybe I'm wrong. Now you got me questioning myself.
I don't know. That just makes me think of Michael Shannon's Funny or Die video that I watch once every 6 months. Oh, where he reads the sorority girl's letter.
Right, yeah.
Holy shit, that thing is funny.
That is hilarious.
It just fucking gets me every time. I'm just such a sucker.
Yeah.
What else? I watched I watched I, Tonya.
It's most definitely Spencer. I'm an idiot.
It is Spencer, yeah. Yeah, I, Tonya I thought was really great.
So good.
And Molly's Game I watched as well.
I haven't watched Molly's Game.
That was a lot of fun. I wouldn't say it's one of the best movies of the year, but it's definitely entertaining, well worth
Aaron
watching.
Sorkin, isn't it?
Yeah,
true story?
Yeah, based on a true story. If you like Sorkin, then you'll like it.
Well, I watched Wormwood.
Oh, wait, what is that?
It's the...
it's the CIA,
it's the Errol Morris documentary that was made for Netflix. It's a 6-part.
I don't know about this somehow.
Oh yeah,
I think it came out last year.
It came out near the end of last year.
Oh, the end of last year.
Yeah, it's a documentary, but they use recreations.
Oh yeah, well he always does that, doesn't he? Or often he does that.
Often does, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I really liked it. It feels like it drags a little bit in the middle, but I think it ends with a real...
And it's just about CIA stuff, or what is it like?
It's about the suicide of a CIA scientist or a military scientist.
Okay.
And it mostly follows the scientist's son, and his son's right from the get-go. He's like, how did... Because I think what it was is the statement that was put out when he died was he had an accident or he fell from a window of a hotel.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you have an accident or fall? So it kind of plays on that, and then it's just... It kind of goes all over the place.
It's MK Ultra.
Oh, yeah, that kind of stuff, yeah.
Is it not?
I don't know what you're referring to.
MK Ultra is a CIA program involving LSD.
Yeah, experimental drugs.
Oh yeah, it's all about LSD.
Yeah, experimental drugs, mind control,
right? Psychic powers.
Yeah.
It's one of the, I don't know, big conspiracies that connects.
Yeah, so it's really interesting.
That does sound interesting to me.
Yeah, it's really good. I've watched the first 2 episodes only.
Yeah,
I just got caught up in other stuff, but I liked it a lot.
And then I also watched what's it called? The End of the Fucking World? Or
oh yeah. I started watching that too. It's really good.
Yeah.
Is it? It's like a teenager thing,
Yeah.
I'm 17.
Yeah, I think I'm 4th episode in. I don't know. It's kind of getting a little boring for me, but I don't know. I'll finish it.
Dino really liked it a lot.
What is it? What is it even about?
It's about this kid, and he thinks he says he's a psychopath.
Yeah, he's got no feelings.
He said no feelings, and he's like, I'm gonna kill somebody, and then it's this girl that is like, I like you, and then they go off together, and his plan is to kill her, but she doesn't know that, and it's both of their internal voices. It's, I don't know, the soundtrack's amazing to it, I think.
Yeah.
It's got the guy from Blur does the soundtrack.
Woohoo.
But where's our soundboard?
Yeah,
rim shot.
So that's what I watched this week.
You know what else I watched this week?
What?
Out for Justice.
Fuck yeah,
you got me there. I was like, what? What is it?
You paused.
Yeah, I did pause. Out for Justice, which, the highlight of the week, for sure.
Absolutely.
It wasn't the highlight of my week.
Get out of here. How could it not be?
Yeah, so, we can talk about plot. I mean, I just was, right off the get-go, I was expecting this movie to be better than it was. Because I remember it being better than it is.
So did I.
So let's start off with that.
This movie to me is anybody seen Ritchie?
Yeah.
It's that scene. That's the only scene I...
Oh, wait, have you even seen this movie before?
Not all the way through.
Oh, you've just seen that part.
I've just seen that part, and I've just seen bits and pieces. I've seen the opening scenes with Richie smoking crack.
And killing people indiscriminately.
When he
shoots that woman in the head.
I was about to say that. I was going to say, let's go through the plot, because I want to talk about when he shoots that woman in the fucking head.
She's like, move your car, asshole. He's like, what the fuck you said to me?
Yeah, he's like, you hold this.
Just blows her away.
I don't know, like, it really didn't make sense to me, the plot.
Yeah, okay, so here's the plot.
Until, like, just before the end, and then it kind of makes sense, but not really. Like, so it's a little over the top.
So let's talk about the plot of the movie. The plot of the movie is that Gino, Steven Seagal, is a
Brooklyn cop.
He's a cop. Is he from Brooklyn or from the? Is Brooklyn the Bronx? Is it the same thing?
No, they're not the same thing.
So he's from Brooklyn, or is he from the Bronx?
He's from Brooklyn.
He's from Brooklyn. Okay, so he's from Brooklyn. He grew up in Brooklyn. He could have been a wise guy.
He's from the streets. Yeah, hung out with a lot of guys that became wise guys.
Yeah. So, and he's got a partner. His partner's name is Bobby. And Bobby gets shot.
He gets gunned down.
He gets
gunned
down
Richie Madano.
by Richie, who grew up with Gino, and now Gino is out for justice. He's going to kill Richie.
He's going to find Richie.
He's going to find Richie at all costs. And you don't understand why Richie killed Gino or Bobby until almost the end of the movie, and no one is actually really asking why.
Well, yeah. I was asking why. No, I'm saying... For sure.
Me too. But
well, I mean, Gino kind of does. He asks different people, anybody know why Richie did Bobby Lupo? He asks
he says that in the bar.
He asks that, but really he asks, where's Richie? He's not really like doing any kind of investigation.
He slowly does a couple things here and there, like, he looks through Bobby's desk, and there's different things like that.
He could have done that right away.
Yeah, no, but he's just trying to find Richie.
What does he say? He just says, give me a shotgun and...
give me a shotgun and an unmarked.
And then
And then he just is on his way.
He's on his way. And the Mafia is also looking for Richie because they don't want him... He works for them, but they don't want him doing shit like this and tarnishing their business.
Their good name.
So he tells the mobster guy,
I mean, I just want to talk about right off the get-go, they're like on a stakeout or like a sting. They're gonna... Yeah,
about to bust some drug operation.
Some huge drug operation that has been going on for a long time, and he blows it.
It's millions of dollars.
Yeah. He blows it because a pimp is beating up one of his girls.
Hers.
Mm-hmm.
And then he like throws him through the windshield of a car.
You get that great freeze frame. Out for justice.
Oh yeah, and it's like it's like
that was pretty amazing.
It's like you just caught like Bigfoot like in a freeze frame.
Yeah. So the opening of the movie actually, like saving the first like act, the first third of the movie, gave me really really high hopes. I was like into it. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like a exploitation type film. It's gonna be like.
It's got the violence.
It's got the violence. It's going to have like the swearing and the like just reckless abandon. And then it just like fucking totally peters out.
I don't know if I'd say it. I just think it totally peters out.
I think I
think there's a lot of problems. I don't know. For me, I actually really enjoy the last scene.
Yeah, the last scene is good, but like you completely lose interest. I think halfway
the last
through.
Fight scene, you mean?
Yeah.
Like when he fights Richie?
Yeah. I actually really like that scene still. Just because he beats the living shit out of him. There's no restraint whatsoever.
I know, but all I thought in watching that scene, it's like watching an adult beat up a toddler.
Richie does. It's not his fault that Richie's been doing crack for like 48 hours or whatever.
I know, but like, what a tough guy. He's beating up this toddler, man.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, I don't know.
I don't feel a conflict about it because they paint Richie as such a complete dirtbag.
I'm not conflicted that he's beating up a toddler, man. I'm more conflicted that, or more like disappointed in that this is it.
Even-handed fight.
Yeah, this is just Steven Seagal beating the shit out of some guy.
I think the reason I do like it is because it's so one-sided, where he doesn't even land like a single.
No, nothing.
Seagal gets shot when he first enters the place, but by one
of the
by
Richie.
Yeah, by somebody
Richie's
else.
Upstairs like fucking.
He does dig his thumb into the gun hole, and that's about the only offense he gets in on him.
Well, Richie he pretty much like. Okay, let's go back again for a second. Richie kills Bobby.
And he throws the pictures at him.
He guns him down,
and it's everything is great.
It's like a mafia hit. There's got to be the vegetables there in the back, and he's got to follow.
Oh yeah, it's very I was like, so
he's
like,
in the neighborhood. Oh, Giuseppe, you got an apple for me?
It's like a busted ass like Godfather homage.
Yeah.
Okay. They're definitely shooting for something more serious than they're able to achieve in this.
Yeah. So the entire film, though, while following Richie, is like Richie is acting like he's got something big going on, like he's making moves.
Yeah, his moves are that he's a psychopath and he's just killing people.
But I thought like he had a plan. Like he's gonna go through. His first thing was to kill Bobby. And then he's going to go through and start killing other people, like to consolidate power or something like that.
Well, because he says to his guys, and he shows them that vault with all the money and the drugs and all that. And he's like, this is yours if you stay with me all night or something.
I think what we're supposed to believe is that he knows that he's not going to live through 24 hours.
I get that at the end.
Yeah.
But like you don't get that throughout the rest of the film. I think it's a much more interesting idea that this guy kills a cop, and he's like, I have like 24 hours I'm going to live. Like 24 hours, this Gino's going to get me within that time.
Party, going to smoke crack,
do everything.
Kill people, going to have sex with Juliana Margulies from The Good Wife.
Yeah. Yeah, who pretty much is like, that's really sad. Because she pretty much like has sex with him just to like protect her sister.
Yeah.
It's like, so like, yeah. But he... that would have been an interesting film if we had known like from the beginning that was what was going to happen. Like, there's this cop who's out for justice, and there's this bad guy who's like,
that's why it's going.
If he had just been going through and just like, I'm gonna fucking settle every score along the way, like. And then you're kind of following these two parallel stories. I think that's a cool movie.
Yeah, I think there is more to this that was chopped. It was apparently like half an hour longer.
Okay.
And what I read was that Seagal cut a lot of William Forsythe's, that's the guy who plays Ritchie, cut a lot of his scenes out because he felt like he was being upstaged by him.
He was.
Well, Seagal even told him to work on his accent.
Yeah, his Brooklyn accent. And
even
he's from Brooklyn.
He's from Brooklyn.
He's like, no, you need to work on yours.
Is that what William Forsythe said?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I think that's a much more interesting idea. Is like, because that would have been super cool.
Yeah, this is a weird movie because it's not a good movie.
No.
But you can see elements throughout it where, if it was just handled more deftly,
yes,
it could have actually been a pretty good movie.
Really, I think it really could have been a really good movie.
Yeah, and if they had if they had developed the story of so we know that Gino and Ritchie grew up together, so they were friends, but there isn't you don't really get that sense throughout the movie that they were friends and now at the end they're going to try to kill each other. Yeah. You never feel that.
Were they supposed to be friends, or was it just supposed to be like he's a boy from?
No. They were.
The neighborhood. So they played together. But the dad would give him money so they could go to the arcade and shit.
And now we just put him in jail.
Yeah.
To bait his son.
Yeah, they should have given them a fucking Heat scene, like where they met, they talked, they couldn't kill each other.
That would have been good, yeah.
But there's no emotional anything in this movie. No matter how much they try to shove it down your fucking throat. That
there's like those Seagal scenes where he tells old neighborhood stories and stuff.
Yeah, not believable.
You know who should,
at all.
You know who should never give a monologue? Seagal. With that broke-ass accent.
I mean, it only gets worse from here. I think this is probably like one of his best performances. So.
I was, once again, in the first like couple, half an hour even almost, I was like, oh, he's not that bad in this.
There's probably like little things, like when he drives, he's looking for Ritchie and he drives down that area and he like passes that prostitute and she's like, hey, wanna fuck? And he starts laughing. That seemed really natural to me. Like that seemed like... I don't know, stuff like that. There's little things like that work, but then there's like a lot of really hammy scenes that they try to put together.
I think that the hey wanna fuck scene, and he like looks at her and he seems so genuinely pleased. Like, I can't believe this just happened. Like, it just happened. And then he drives by that other guy and he's like, did you hear what she just said to me? Yeah. And it's like, oh, that's a genuine, like, you had good timing. Mm-hmm. What happened to the rest of the fucking movie?
Yeah.
Seagal being Seagal, man.
You know what? He probably started making the movie. He's like, this is fun. And then, like, his ego took over.
And then he started showing up, like, 3 hours late for every shoot. Stuff.
He's like, can you just add maybe 15 minutes to my speech I'm going to give about my fucking loser father who didn't switch careers fast enough?
Oh, yeah, because he was a knife sharpener.
Yeah.
He was an old man, walked around the neighborhood sharpening scissors and knives.
Learning
for a dime here, a quarter there.
Learn a new skill, Dad.
Wait, when did he grow up? The 1920s?
Yeah. Knife sharpening, ding dong, ding dong. Just like shaking a bell.
Yeah.
God. The one thing I do like about... Well, I guess we should talk about that in action, but I do like... how fucking violent this movie is.
It is. Well, from the get-go, like James was saying, like he fucks that pimp up.
I mean, he fucks everyone up that he
caught. Like it is violent, but at the same time, I'm just like, I guess I want more than what was in the movie for violence.
What?
Well,
it's like borderline X-rated violence.
No,
in this
but like,
thing.
I get it. Seagal's a badass. Okay, he's beating people up.
Oh, but this is the case with all Seagal movies. He's a fucking badass. No one can touch him.
No one can touch him.
He beats the shit out of everyone. So if you're not into that, you're not gonna like any of his movies.
It's kind of hard to like him when he's got that dumb fucking smirk on his face all the time.
Yeah.
I didn't find it hard when I was a kid. Let me tell you, I thought he was fucking. I thought he was badass.
You were a stupid kid.
Of course. But I thought he was cooler and shit. Okay, like when at that time that you had like Van Damme and Chuck Norris and these guys. Van Damme was like kind of Euro guy doing the big spin kicks and stuff. Seagal was just like this tall, bad motherfucker who had this like I'm gonna kill you look on his face all the time.
He looks like in shape, but like not.
Well, at this stage, I think he was still relatively in shape.
Yeah, he is a pretty big dude.
This is before he kind of got pretty pudgy in the later movies.
Mm-hmm. So I just want to bring up something that I tend to bring up a lot, which is outfit choices or gun choices. So what's with his dumb hat?
Oh, his fucking hat. As soon as I saw that hat, I was like, oh, we're going to talk about this hat.
Yeah.
His
like,
beret.
It's Militia meets Street Fighter Guile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, because he wears those hats in other movies, doesn't he?
I don't know. Does he?
I'm pretty sure he...
What does he wear in, like, Under Siege? I feel like he has a hat in that,
maybe.
Yeah,
he has a chef's hat.
Yeah, okay, he's a chef. That's right.
Burn. Gotcha.
He's, like, walking around in Under Siege with a chef's hat on the whole time, killing guys? That would be great.
I think he's got one of those, like, short chef, like... Doesn't he?
I would like that movie more if that was the case.
Not like one of those, like, big, like, Swedish chef hats, but, like, one of those, like, little ones. Like,
yeah.
Like a beanie meets chef hat.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know if he keeps it on, but I think he does have that.
In my head, he does.
Yeah, I don't know what is with that hat.
He's a fucking cool guy, and he can wear whatever fucking hat he wants.
Like, he's just like, I'm going to do this scene with this hat?
Yeah, probably. He probably just showed up on set with that fucking hat on.
He can wear whatever hat he wants, and he can wear no sleeves whenever he wants.
No sleeves, yeah. And it's not even like his arms are ripped or anything. No, just arms.
He's just like, hey, that guy's... He's
in slightly better shape than me.
Yeah, he's probably like works at the docks or something. Like, he's probably a pretty tough guy. But, like, he's got no, like, hey, check... But this was the 80s.
Yeah.
It was a different time.
Yeah, people weren't as ripped as they are now.
Yeah.
You already had Schwarzenegger. You already had Van Damme was in much better physical shape.
Realistically, it would be much better for all of us sitting here if the body images were more like they were in the 80s. I feel like we'd...
Oh, yeah. I could be in a Seagal movie right now.
You could be like the friend.
Yeah, I could be the Tom Arnold.
But yeah, he just brings... It's hard to like him.
Well,
it's
yeah,
really,
I mean,
really hard to like him.
I can't figure out how much of that is just watching his on-screen presence and how much of that is when you know all the shit about this guy who's like the biggest fucking douchebag in Hollywood, arguably.
Yeah, it's hard to know everything you know about him and all the shit he's done, the fact that there's a new movie every month that comes out.
I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty easy to just look at him and not like him.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Totally.
Do you remember the Mad TV sketches with Will Sasso?
Yes.
Yeah. Go around breaking everyone's neck. I'm Steven Seagal.
Those were the best.
Those were second only to the
Kenny
Rogers.
Yeah, Jackass.
Yeah, he's just an unlikable guy. His face is like...
Just the way he talks, like he's just...
Even in this, he's the hero, but he's like such a dick to everybody.
Yeah.
Like, even when he goes to talk to his partner's, widow, he's like a total dick to her. And then he's just like, okay, now hug me. After he like berates her and like... He
blames his... Okay, so let's talk about that. He blames her for Bobby's death.
I don't know if he's just fishing for information.
No, because so Seagal can't fish for information because he can't talk with the like the nuanced voice of a person who's like asking questions in a certain way.
He talks in a way that he always
there's no nuance to anything. He can't ask. He talks in one way, which is he talks Seagal.
Yeah.
It's all Seagal.
It's always accusatory. It's always like blaming. Like he's never like introspective.
No.
Anything he does.
No.
And it's always just completely one note, like one tone.
Yeah.
Like it's like he's like, I think it's really cool to talk like this and I'm never gonna stop. And just nobody told him.
I'm sure people tried to, and then he broke their fucking arms.
Yeah.
Or he cried.
I would love to hear a story about somebody beating him up. Like him going to a party.
There's a story for this. Yeah, you want to share it, James?
Yeah, I have to find it here.
He claims that because of his training, Aikido training, no one can choke him out.
Yeah,
it's impossible to choke him out.
Impossible.
Yeah, and so somebody working on the movie, I don't remember who.
This movie.
Yeah, this movie.
Oh wow.
He was
like, I'll do it. Like I'll fucking choke you.
He was a stuntman or something on this movie. So he choked him.
And he's like, go for it. And the guy chokes him out unconscious. And then he pissed and shit himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me.
According to the guy. Seagal denies it.
Of course he does.
Yeah, he's not going to admit it.
He's not going to be like, oh, no.
He's a deity. He doesn't shit and piss himself.
I remember that day. That was 1990. Yeah, summer 1990, filming Out for Justice.
He's like, no, what actually happened
I shit myself.
What actually happened is I grabbed him, I threw him across the room, he flew out a window, and we never saw him again.
That guy doesn't exist.
That's what actually happened.
I don't know where you heard that story. It must have been his... Yeah, he... Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
That makes me really happy. I would like to hear. Man. I would like to hear more stories about
every movie I read stuff about, or just you read stuff about Seagal, and it's like seems like everyone who's ever worked with him fucking hates his guts and thinks he's the biggest asshole. So then, like Juliana Margulies was interviewed about working with him on this, and all she said was like, "Oh, yeah, no, I don't. He's not someone I want to stay in touch with," or something like that effect. And,
that's most people I meet though. Like.
She said she saw him on a couple sets after this, and he'd always be like, Juliana, come over here and show me respect.
Oh yeah, when she was on ER or something.
Oh yeah, that's right, when she was working on ER.
And he was just like hanging around set.
I guess.
Working craft services.
He's a chef. He was training to be a chef for Under Siege.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, no, I'm just getting some like real life experience. So, give me respect.
Yeah.
Wow.
What does that mean?
I don't fucking know.
Come and kiss the ring? Like, you wouldn't have a career if it wasn't for me and my fucking Out for Justice
Remember
movie.
that time Out for Justice? Yeah. Take that good wife. The good wife? More like, thank you, Steven Seagal.
I think there was another story where there was a light bulb out in his trailer.
Oh yeah.
And he like.
Did he spin
cried
kick?
Or
Apparently
something?
he literally cried about it, and tried to get one of the
Teamsters
guys fired. That was supposed to have, I don't know, who was working on
Why? I don't get it.
It was his fault that the light bulb
But why
stopped
did he cry?
working. I don't know.
Because
does he know that?
Because
Like,
my light bulb is out on my trailer.
I feel like he's the kind of guy that's like,
it's not fair.
It's like, no, but it's like the spirit. Like, you can't let the spirit go away.
It's just such a feeling of darkness in here.
That dark bulb is sucking my soul out.
Like, when a light bulb goes out in front of me, it's like, I have to take that pain in. That darkness becomes my darkness, and that's your fault. So, you're fired.
Apparently, he did not manage to fire the guy, though.
You're fired. And the guy's just like, I'm just going to go over there. He's like, no, you're fired. He's like, I'm Steven. I'm just going to go.
Get off my set.
It's, I don't work for you.
Before I break your neck.
Steve, calm down, Steve.
All right, so that's the plot, I guess. Not much of a plot.
Well, we missed, we didn't talk about Gina Gershon, and she does a pretty great job.
Good.
She's always great.
Yeah,
she's just like a tough broad, and I mean that in the best way.
Like
possible.
I was really happy to see her. I was really happy to see her. I was really happy to see Jerry Orbach.
Yeah, Jerry Orbach though they don't give him shit to do in this. I mean, he must have had stuff chopped out of this movie because he has nothing to do.
No man, but he's he's such a great actor.
Yeah,
it's a delight to see him.
Always is, yeah.
Yeah,
and he deserves better than being in this fucking movie.
So they're great. I would say that was it William Forsythe?
Yeah,
he's actually really good.
Yeah, he's chewing scenery, but he's really fun to watch.
He's really fun though. Like he brings exactly what should be brought to this character in this role. I mean, I wish his character had a better ending, as in like had a better death.
I don't mind the corkscrew to the fucking head after getting the shit kicked out of him.
I know,
like a better fight scene.
A better fight scene. I wish that like he was just like fucking crack rocked out, or I don't know what that does to you.
He's supposed to be, isn't he?
He should have been doing like what's the in Friday? What does he do?
What's that?
In the movie Friday?
Yeah.
What's the what?
Oh yeah. And he's like bugging out for.
Angel dust.
Yeah.
He should have got like PCP or something like that. Like he should have like gone out with like super strength, or
he should have started throwing things at him.
He does throw a table at him.
It literally looks
tries to hit him with a pan. Tries to hit him with a rolling pin. He just takes each one of them from him and uses them against him.
The last scene looks like it literally takes place on a movie set.
Yeah, well, that's a weird that whole.
That's like a house
area.
in a house.
Yeah, it's like a
no, it's a house in a movie studio.
Yeah, it's like a weird like drug prostitution.
I don't know. I was expecting
house
to see
inside of a brick building, so there's like these weird back paths through the house, like around the inner parts that are actually finished.
I think you're right. It must have been a house.
It's a house in a building. I was expecting to see like a grip and a PA like having a smoke break. Like it just doesn't. I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah, I like when he kicks that fucking guy against the wall, and the guy dies from hitting the wall so hard, and it's like a death gurgle as he slides down the wall.
I want to talk about. We'll talk about. Yeah. So anyway, the supporting cast is good.
Yeah, for the most part.
And the script isn't that bad. Like.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple scenes that the writing could definitely need.
It would have been interesting to see that extra half an hour.
Oh, yeah, but then we would have been like...
I know, then I would have been saying it's too long.
It's too long. That's one thing. It was, pretty lean.
It's 90 minutes.
Except for, like, I found this movie in so many... Like, in some ways, it felt longer than, like, other movies that are, like, half an hour longer. Because, like, there's parts where you're just like, I don't fucking even know
it drags.
what's happening. It totally drags.
That's where pacing comes in.
So pacing.
So I agree. Meh. I think it drags a bit.
Meh.
I needed more violence, more killing.
There's a lot of fucking killing.
No, I need more.
No. What you need is you don't need more of stuff. You need less of things. You need less fucking soliloquies by like fucking Seagal talking to his dumb wife, who's just there. She is nothing. She is. Why is he even married? Why is he married? Why does he have a kid?
So he can protect them later when those guys come to try to kill them.
There is no purpose. You know what it should have been? It should have just been like he went home to go check on his dog. Instead of being a complete asshole and leaving his dog.
He doesn't have dog. He has like a goldfish or something.
No, he literally has a dog in the movie though.
No, I know that.
Caraggio.
So what happened is that he should have dropped the dog off earlier in the movie instead of leaving his dog in his car the entire time, which apparently nobody. He just left his dog in his car the entire day.
Yeah, but it's because the entire movie is him driving around, so the only time to see the dog is when he's.
I almost forgot about you.
I almost forgot about you because he was out of his car for such a long time.
Yeah.
But what he should have dropped his dog off earlier.
He's got the puppy chow. It's not from New Jersey, is it? I don't want none of that radiation.
He should have dropped the dog off at his house earlier, and then he could have gone. He could have gone back to check on his dog.
Yeah.
And then the bad guys could have gotten him.
Yeah.
I guess.
And earlier, instead of like him going to play baseball with his kid, he should have just been like, I'm on my way out to a baseball game. Because he's already in New York.
They always want to ground that shit with, he's got a wife, he's got a kid, he's got...
Yeah, but he's a piece of shit.
He's a fucking... Man. No, he's not a family man. He's a fucking...
Yeah.
He's a divorcee who... apparently doesn't see his kid for a month.
The son even knows.
Sees him 1 weekend a month.
Yeah, his son knows he's a fucking loser.
Because when the phone rings, he just goes back to doing what he was doing.
His kid's probably fucking thrilled that his dad's his dad's partner got murdered. That way he doesn't have to hear one of his dad's stupid fucking stories.
Oh, don't tell me about the fucking thing about the knife sharpening.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, you used to be fucking cool.
Yeah, back in the day when you were at the little fucking candy store.
Yeah, 9 years old. You scared a guy. Leave me alone, Dad.
So yeah, pacing.
I thought it's not bad. It's 90 minutes. It's pretty lean and I guess there are a few slower parts.
Get rid of the family. Get rid of his speeches.
But that's the part where they're trying to class the movie up. They're trying to make it better. They're trying to make it like it's got to have a bit of a Godfather.
I don't think so. I think I agree with you. I think it would be
you being.
Well, I'm not saying
John.
I'm not saying they shouldn't do that. I'm just saying that's what they're going for.
They got rid of the family, got rid of the speeches. Then it's just. He's just out for justice. Boom. That's it.
And you know what would have been awesome?
It almost is only that to begin with.
No, I know, but there should be more of him just out for justice.
I just thought of another thing. Okay, here's what they do.
Is it justice that he's after?
Gino wants to kill Ritchie, okay? And the mob is trying to like stop Gino from killing Ritchie because apparently they have to do it, which is...
They gotta handle it their way.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid too. So what they should do is that Ritchie knows something. Ritchie knows something that they need to get out of him before Gino kills him.
That would make more sense.
And that's the race.
But the reason why the mob wants to get to Ritchie first is because Gino's going around busting up all their shops, busting up all their guys.
Well, that's part of it. But they seem to want to do it because
they don't do that at first. The cops don't do that at first. At first, the cops leave everything alone, and then there's the montage of them going through and like busting everything up. What they should have done is they should have had
montages in this bad boy.
Yeah, there's something. But they should have just had like Ritchie has some information that the mob wants, so they have to get to him before Gino.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
And it would have created like a ticking clock. Mm-hmm. So like they're constantly like in flux with one another.
Yeah.
There you go. I just fixed this whole movie.
Boom.
Why don't I have an overall deal at Universal?
I don't know.
Or is that are they even around anymore?
Maybe I don't hear this. Yeah, I think Universal still exists.
I don't know.
It's up. It's around till Disney buys it in 6 months.
Blumhouse, call me.
Yeah. So pacing, meh. Kills, action.
I like it quite
There's
a bit.
pretty dope shit.
I mean, it's not like the most elaborate set pieces or intricate fights or anything. But it's just fucking brutal.
Yeah, they're really, really clumsy setups.
Yeah.
Incredibly clumsy.
Trying to shoot in that little deli shop and stuff.
I was going to bring up the deli. So the whole deli setup is really dumb because so they go to the deli. Ritchie comes in there like a bull. I don't even think he's supposed to be doing the pickup because he's like, I want the money and the drugs or whatever. So he picks up like some money and a bag of drugs.
And then
he tells them, yeah. And then they get ready. He's like, he's going to come in here and he's going to start.
Hang him up on a hook.
Yeah. Which is, and then it's a pretty cool scene in there, right?
Yeah, he puts the cleaver in the guy's leg.
He puts the cleaver in the guy's hand.
And in the hand.
Which is brutal.
Yeah.
And pretty awesome.
Clubs a couple guys with a salami. Gotta like that.
All the butchers and stuff like that, technically they should be working for the mob. They
do.
So they shouldn't be on Ritchie's side.
Well, yeah, but this might be early on enough they don't know.
They don't know.
If there's one thing I know about gangster movies is that fucking, when that call goes out that somebody's on the outs, everybody knows right away.
Hey Richie, you're on the outs, man.
But what are you gonna say? Are you gonna say no to Richie, the maniac, when he comes in with a gun waving?
No, you're gonna be like hiding behind the counter and like crawling out the back door while like Gino is like taking care of them. Other question: how many guys does Richie have? Because he seems to have like 50.
Well, he goes and gets more.
He does get more at one point, but he's got like 4 or 5. They go to that under the bridge somewhere, and he's like, "Hey, Paulie, you got the balls? Yeah, now you got the cash." Yeah, I got the balls.
Some of them I got the balls. I think some of them get killed more than once.
Could be. Well, he kills a handful of them at his apartment when he's out there with his wife, and they try to come in.
Do you want to do a quick?
He shoots that one fucker in the throat.
Do you want to do a guess on body count? Do you know?
I have no idea.
I have it up.
I don't know.
52.
30.
20.
20.
Yeah. Do you want to know the breakdown? There's 2 murderers. And I'm going to say they're both murderers.
2 murderers. Gino and Richie.
Yeah. Excuse me. Do you want to guess the body counts of each?
10 each. I don't know.
Oh, wait a second.
No, Gino's got to kill more than 10.
Well, how is there?
He kills like 5 or 6 just in the apartment. This doesn't make any
sense. This doesn't.
And then he kills like 4 or 5 more at the end. Where, I don't know, he's reloaded with guys for that party.
Yeah, for the party. Like, hey, we're going to party tonight and send over your best girls.
Yeah.
That party?
Yeah. Smoke some rock.
Which has that, I guess he's supposed to be like a biker.
Yeah, the guy that he picks up at the pool hall that's buddies with his brother.
That got like all his teeth knocked out and he's just hanging out there?
Yeah. Well, he just goes with him when they go to the bar when Richie shows up at the bar. Finally, his brother's bar.
Yeah.
Then that guy just goes with him and they leave the brother behind because he's like crying.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Richie? God bless that guy playing the brother. He really tries, you know. So when he's bawling and shit.
Yeah.
And they broke my bar.
So according to movie body counts, it says 20.
MovieBodycounts.com.
But it's broken down into Richie and Gino. It says that Gino kills 12 and Richie only kills 6.
Well, let's think. Richie kills Bobby. He kills the woman in the car.
Kills wheelchair.
He kills the wheelchair guy.
Yeah, why do you have to kill the wheelchair guy?
Because he's on drugs, man.
He's just a piece of shit.
Fucking
poor wheelchair guy.
Yeah. I really felt for him.
I felt for that guy.
This is really an anti-drug movie.
Who else does he kill? I guess there's a few more, but
you know what? Actually, in watching this movie, it kind of reminded me of a old radio drama. What was it? A Dragnet, where they talked about marijuana.
Yeah.
It totally reminded me of like
that's the episode where the teenagers they attack the movie theater.
The movie theater, and they're like on some rampage because they're on marijuana.
Reefer Madness.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, I was gonna say like the Needle Park one, but yeah, like it's. I can't believe that we both know that Dragnet episode.
Well, Dragnet's awesome.
You guys want to do a Dragnet podcast?
Do people?
Like every podcast we talk about doing another podcast. You guys want to do a Biodome podcast?
Yes,
I would do a Biodome. I will watch Biodome every day.
You know what?
You're going to do a Columbo cast?
We should do an episode where we just nothing action related. We just do a bonus episode.
Just a miscellaneous?
Just a miscellaneous.
I'm fine with that. I think that by a lot of the things that we talk about, though, people would get the idea that we're much older than we actually are.
Like, well, I'm 50.
I don't think that most people can be like, hey, you know that old radio drama? You know that Dragnet episode? Oh, you mean the one where the kids go crazy in the movie theater? Yeah.
I gotta be honest, the only Dragnet I know is the Dan Aykroyd, Tom Hanks movie.
Yeah.
Which was...
I actually like
probably not good, but I remember liking it.
No, it's not.
Isn't
good.
there like a satanic ritual at the end of it?
It's kind of weird.
It's really weird, and they have a dance rap song thing at the end.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so Richie, what were we talking about? So
Richie kills 6.
Oh yeah, kills.
And Gino kills 12.
Yeah.
So who's the real bad guy?
Well, I don't know. Does Gino really kill anybody? Like
I think Gino kills more than 12 people, by the way.
He kills quite a few.
I think he kills upwards of like 20-something people.
I don't know about that. He kills like...
So first of all, those 4 guys...
In the deli? I don't think he kills anyone in the deli.
Those guys are coming back from that, man.
Well, they're not dead.
Oh, wait, are those the same guys that are in the car?
Well, a couple of them are. And then a couple of them are the guys that were in the deli. And then he takes 3 more guys with him.
The guy with the leg and the hand aren't coming back from
then
that.
He sends like 4 or 5 into the apartment that he kills all of those guys.
Yeah.
Shoots them all. And he throws the one guy out the window.
He kills like 8 people at the end.
And he kills at least a handful at the end. So, yeah. He blows that guy's leg off with the shotgun. That's good.
Hey, so, yeah.
That was good,
that
actually. That
wouldn't make him fall over. He's like standing there on his one leg. So he blew my leg off.
I think that was definitely the best action shot right there.
I think a pretty subtle but good scene is actually in the club that Richie's brother owns.
Yeah.
When the mob guys come to get Richie.
Yeah, and they shoot him.
And they actually like
from under the stairs.
They shoot him from the stairs. It's actually a pretty good scene.
Yeah,
it's actually
I like most of the action stuff, like, you know, and of course the Ritchie coming to the pool hall and beating the shit out of everyone with the cue ball and everything.
Yeah, but I just feel like
he doesn't kill anyone in that scene.
That scene belongs in a different movie.
Yeah, a better mafia movie.
A better mafia movie because you know, like it's not like a grandiose. It's like pretty much a static shot. I think of them all coming down.
Yeah,
and then them all getting shot from different angles, but it's pretty good. Pretty good scene.
Why does Gino beat up the old boxer behind the bar? What's the purpose?
He's pissed.
What's the fucking purpose?
Because
I'm punching out some old timer. Oh, who's the champ here? I see all this boxing memorabilia. Who's the champ?
Because that old man.
Because he's a fucking tough guy.
Because that old man.
What can you do to me?
Yeah, what can you do?
That old man. He should have fucking known who he was talking to.
Hey,
and he should have shut his fucking mouth.
He's just trying to make some money so he can go home.
If you know what?
Why does he take a shot at him? If he wants, he should have known better.
If he wants to go home, keep his fucking mouth shut.
Hey, what you gonna do, huh?
I like how he just keeps shoving that one guy into the phone booth.
That was so dumb.
And then he fights with Sticks. There's a guy named Sticks who's really good at fighting with pool cues.
Yeah, who's actually a good friend with Bruce Lee.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
trained him how to use nunchucks and stuff.
Yeah,
I bet you Steven Seagal.
He was one of only 3 people who was allowed to train the Bruce Lee style of kung fu to like teach other people it.
I bet you Steven taught him a couple things though.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Oh man, like there's no way.
Seagal definitely made him better.
There's no way that guy's walking away from that interaction and not being a better man.
He's like, yeah, Bruce Lee was all right, but let me teach you something about using pool cues like this.
Oh, thank you, Steven. Like it's just been such an honor to train under your tutelage. It's been quite something.
I'll bet he was impressed with Seagal like you wouldn't believe.
Oh man,
I'm sure he was.
Can you imagine like such a fucking like a guy with that much knowledge but still like such a void, and then meeting Seagal and then just being like, my knowledge will be full. It'll run over.
Now he's completed.
Yeah. Do you think that if you meet Steven Seagal and you just touch him, like he just sends a little bit of
you probably get a little
into
something. Yeah.
You're just like all of a sudden you can just like kind of like use somebody else's like weight against him.
I mean, if you have the proper reverence, you know, he probably imbues some sort.
Oh yeah,
of
you have to come with an open heart.
What are we talking about? Kills? I guess we kind of were covering that a little bit already.
That's what we're talking about.
So I like the butcher scene.
Yeah, the deli, pool hall.
The pool hall's pretty good.
Hall, yeah.
The pool hall's good. I mean, it's got some good stuff in it. Like he beats up an old man.
Yeah, he beats up the old
That's
guy.
That's my favorite part.
Like I'll tell you this. If anybody who's listening to this podcast knows, as I've been accused of, apparently I hate old people.
Well, absolutely true.
That is true.
That's confirmed.
I don't know why you have so much in common with them.
I mean, I like
I have so much in common with them.
They know those Dragnet episodes.
I love their movies. I love their entertainment. I think they're really good at storytelling. Yeah, there's Good fight. There's good fight scenes, good kills, bogged down by stupid fucking stories.
I mean, even the fight scenes, you know, in and of themselves are not really that great. I think it's the level of gratuitous violence that this movie is willing to go to that I like, which I don't know why that says about me, but it's just a pretty hard R for like the shit that they do, and then the end.
I just don't think there.
I don't get it. I don't get what you're talking about. I don't think it's as
think
bad
about
as
the movies we watched. There's like the scene he pulls that woman out of the car and just like shoots her in the head.
Bloodsport's a kids movie.
Excuse me. Pardon.
We watched
me.
So we watched a PG movie in Bloodsport. I mean,
which I believe was rated R.
Okay, well, I don't think it should have been.
I don't know. I think this is more violent than any of the movies.
This is pretty violent. It's not more violent than Mad Max. It's not more violent than
Mad Max.
It's not more violent than The Raid.
The Raid.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. The Raid.
That's
is
pretty
violent.
fucking violent.
Ong Bak.
Yeah, but Ong Bak, it doesn't. Well, I don't know. It's not the same kind of thing.
Cobra's pretty violent.
Yeah, when it shows anything happen. I don't know. We're getting into a debate now, but for some reason it feels more visceral in this to me than most of the stuff.
It's because you just are like, because when you watch a Seagal movie, you're like with him. So like when he does something, it's not just him
it's like
doing
I'm
it,
doing
it's
it.
you.
Yeah. It's like I'm breaking wrists, I'm breaking arms, I'm throwing guys. It's very satisfying to me.
All right, so what about quotes? You got?
I don't know.
There's a few, not a lot.
There's I think the only. There's some funny stuff that he says. There's some things, but I think it's the Ritchie.
Yeah, that's got to be the thing. Like,
has anybody seen Ritchie?
I'm gonna keep coming back till somebody remembers seeing Ritchie.
Yeah, can you play that? I want to hear that right now.
Okay.
Benny, how you doing, buddy? I want to talk to your brother now.
He's gonna want to talk to you, his self scumbag.
What are you doing? You don't want to do that, Benny.
Ow! Ow!
Now you tell your brother I'm gonna cut off his head and piss down his throat.
Fuck you!
Hey. Anybody seen Richie? Huh? I'm gonna keep coming back till somebody remembers seeing Richie.
There's the Gina Gershon line, which is rather crass, but cracks me up.
How you doing?
Cops have been in and out of here all night, but it's you I've been expecting. Kind of figured you'd save the best for yourself.
How you doing, Patty?
I could still get it wet. How about you, Gino?
Me? I can't believe you could still eat with that mouth.
I can still get wet.
I could still get it wet, you know?
Which is kind of a left, like out of nowhere.
It is kind of out of nowhere.
So then it's just like referring to, I guess they used to at least have sex, if not date.
Yeah, because he mentions that he fucked her. Oh, he mentions that he's gotten
he
a
says
blowjob for her.
You were never that good, yeah.
Yeah, because she's like, what do you want me to do? You gonna put me on the corner and make me give you a head? He's like, you were never that good to begin with, or something.
Yeah. Well, I guess they grew up in the same neighborhoods.
Is that just supposed to be like another, like how badass Seagal is?
So
like,
here's what I think.
He's above her. She's a, you know, it's like the movie saying she's a tramp, and he's like a better person than her.
So when Steven Seagal is somewhere, okay, there's like a 50 probably mile radius around him. And it's just like at any moment, any of those, he could have sex with any of those women.
Oh, right.
So growing up, he was
asking him.
He was around her, and he just has. Okay, I mean, like it's not just his physique or his looks.
It's his greasy ponytail.
It's his like joie de vivre. It's his way with words. Mm-hmm. It's his. You know, it's his je ne sais quoi. It's like his
country music abilities.
It's just there's so much about him that is like knowable, but not.
The way that he trains UFC fighters.
Oh, right.
The way that he is like loyal to foreign dictators. Like he just like he's
got it all.
He's a Swiss Army knife of a man.
Is there any other quotes in this thing? I mean, there's a shitload of like mafia movie tropes in this movie.
There's lines that are stolen from other movies
in
this movie.
Not as effective as what we could see other way.
No, but like,
other movies.
I do want to mention that there are like pretty much lines that are literally ripped from other movies.
Oh yeah.
You're nothing but a badge and a gun.
Yeah.
Untouchables. There are some other ones too. It's just like, oh, okay.
I'm sure Seagal just wrote those in. He watched those movies. He's like, We gotta have some of that. We gotta have some of that good mafia stuff.
I came up with a great quote.
Seagal's
they're like, that's from Untouchable, Steven.
Nope.
I've never seen that movie.
No.
Who's in that?
Yeah.
Matthew Modine.
Is that a movie I did?
You mean that Sean Connery movie? I never saw that one. It was like a fucking PA who just got a stack of VHS tapes.
Man, that would be a team right there. Steven Seagal and Sean Connery. I feel like they would get along really well.
I feel like you could
probably.
They're on the same kind of wavelength, those two. Backhand and ladies and stuff.
Well, they're both gentlemen. So they got that going for them. What a team they would be. What a team. The Continentals.
You know what? And you could do like, when Connery had like a ponytail for like Highlander 2. Imagine them both with the ponytails. That would be sweet.
Man, wow.
Connery could play his dad. Just like he did for Indiana Jones.
No. What if we flipped it? Okay, so here, get this. Seagal is actually older than Connery, but through his training, he doesn't age.
Oh, he doesn't age.
I like more of a thing where it's Connery's his dad, and then him, and then we need a new generation, someone coming up right now. Like Shia
Craziest thing?
The ponytail.
I was drinking my beer, trying to swallow fast enough to say Shia LaBeouf.
Anything is possible.
Oh, that'd be good. Michael Bay on board.
I think it would be good if it was Adam Scott and Channing Tatum, where they're kids, where Sean Connery or Steven Seagal's kids, because they would be like totally in on it. I feel like it would be a really good dynamic. Like two people who are like completely out of touch. And then Channing Tatum and Adam Scott. Seagal's kids.
That's what it's called. Seagal's kids.
It's called Seagal's kids. And it's not a movie. It's a docuseries.
Anyway.
Well, do you think Seagal will ever be in Expendables?
No.
I don't see why the fuck not. What else has he got to do other than straight to video movie?
No, he's hiding out in Europe because he can't come back to America or something.
Oh, isn't he living in Russia or something?
Yeah, I think he's done some shit, and I think that he's like fucking.
What are you talking about?
But
he's a law enforcement.
Yeah, he's a lawman.
No, yeah, with that fucking Arizona asshole.
Isn't he like buddies with
Sheriff Joe
Arpaio?
Yeah, the fucking convict. Him and Gerard Depardieu are hiding out in Russia for a reason.
What's the deal with Depardieu?
I think he's in Russia too. He like left France because.
For what?
I don't know. So I'm saying, why are all these people going to Russia? They're hiding from something.
They just like the borscht.
Oh, maybe he's training Putin.
Oh, now that would be awesome. That's the two of them shirtless in the woods punching trees or something.
Because
punching trees.
You know what?
Their bellies hanging out.
You know what would be the best part of that? Is that they would both think they were training the other person.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
They both are like.
I've just been showing Steven some moves,
and Steven's like, I don't understand. It's like he thinks. I mean, like sometimes he acts like he's teaching, but like he knows that like I'm in charge, right? I don't think we've actually talked about something that's as easy to hate and make fun of as Steven Seagal.
He's a gift. I was saying
like I don't like a lot of the other actors that we've talked about.
He's a gift to us.
But like, fuck him. We're gonna do another one of his movies.
Oh yeah,
inevitably.
But man,
Under Siege 2, which is better than the first one, I think.
He fucking sucks.
I agree. Yeah, he's a shit. But that's not gonna stop us from watching more sweet films like Marked. What about the Jamaican guys that Marked for Death? Oh, that's a good one.
The voodoo and all that.
I just want to just really try. Can you think of a leading man that's as hateable as Steven Seagal?
That's as hateable.
Mark Wahlberg? I don't know.
No, Mark Wahlberg can at least be like.
Yeah, no.
He can be likable. He has a sense. He's a bit of charm to him.
Brendan Fraser.
What?
What's wrong with Brendan Fraser?
Don't rag on Fraser.
He's just a big galoot.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Bruce Willis is apparently a giant dickhead too.
He's charming.
In movies, he can be. Yeah.
Okay, I'm talking about in movies. Steven Seagal is just not even likable in movies. When the movie is written to like him, he's not likable.
I need to get someone in. We need to get someone in here who's got no experience with Seagal. Show him a Steven Seagal movie and see what the feelings are.
I'll get my kid to do it. He's 5.
He's a little too young.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah, what did he think of Out for Justice?
I didn't watch.
He watches them with you, doesn't he?
Watches all these movies.
I'd watch Out for Justice with him, I think.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that kill there, son?
He'd be like,
I don't teach him.
He's like, what's this
good
guy's
lessons about?
What's this guy's problem? Like, Dad, like if he just fucking talked, if he just talked to Ritchie, why does he want to kill Ritchie, Dad? Well, you see, son, he killed Bobby
because Bobby was
fucking Richie's girlfriend.
She's just a hoe.
Yeah, her name's Roxanne. Okay, she's a whore.
You can tell by the name Roxanne.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, let's talk about that for 1 second before this is over.
Who took that photo?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
But what a fucking...
And those are supposed to be Polaroids?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
But what a horrible way to treat that Roxanne character.
Yeah.
She's in Polaroid's fucking Bobby, and then they show her like in this incredibly vulnerable position, naked and dead.
Yeah.
It's a good role.
Yeah, cool.
I got a part for you.
No, you're gonna be a star.
Yeah.
No, you are the flashpoint of this entire movie.
It's all centers around you.
Yeah, it all centers around you and what you've done.
You know, she was probably...
I mean, you're not going to be alive in any of the scenes.
She probably had scenes where she was alive.
Maybe.
But
we're not going to show you with your top on.
Or any clothes, for that matter.
Yeah, way to go, guys. Fucking congratulations. Yeah. Anyway.
So, overall... What do you think?
Let's talk about the numbers.
Let's talk about
I gotta port my.
You gotta enter your numbers.
My numbers over. Hold on.
Shit. Well, James, what do you got?
Enter them into the computer. What do I got?
For plot,
I got 4.
Yeah, I think I gave it 4 too for plot. Not the strongest.
Yeah, not the strongest.
It's no Octagon, but yeah, it's not great.
I got a 4 too.
John 4. Okay. Let's see here.
Action kills.
I got 6.
I gave it 7, but I'm sure a lot of that's nostalgia.
I would like a little more.
Yeah, I can't believe this isn't enough killing for you.
No, like if you remember the raid, that was like
non-stop killing.
That was non-stop killing. I loved it.
I'll try to think of something that was non-stop killing.
Yeah.
What did you give Mad Max?
You
gave Mad Max a 10.
A 10, yeah.
All right. I gave it a 6.
6.
Yeah.
I think they did a pretty good job in that regard.
Pacing, I gave it a 5.
I gave it a 5.
I gave it a 6.
Fuck you.
Why?
That's one more than you guys. I didn't get bored by it.
I know you just started like. I don't understand your attention span. Like,
I'm old. I got a better attention span.
I guess so. Like, where does like
you love the stories in between?
Yeah, like
I'm into it.
Yeah, like you were enthralled in like that story about his fucking dad's
in a weird way. It's probably because I've seen it a bunch of times, so I already know what's gonna happen, and then instead of being bored, it's just like anticipating that part. It's like, oh yeah, this is this part. I don't know.
Yeah.
Try to take. You know what? Try to step back, man. Hold the idea in your hand and look at it.
It's a 6, for God's sakes. I didn't think it was. That's a 6 out of 10.
Oh, it's not the 6. It's the fact that you're higher than us.
So, quotes and tropes.
I only gave it a 4.
I gave it a 5 for that one.
I gave it a 4.
It's got a lot of tropes.
It does have a lot of tropes. I don't feel it does them particularly well. Like all the mafia stuff is just ripped off of other mafia
you're right.
stuff.
And I probably could go lower. I just don't want to change my score right now.
Fair enough.
So overall, what is your reaction?
I gave it 5.
It's a 5.
5. I gave it a 5 too.
Yeah.
So overall, I think it's a 5 then.
It is. It's a 5er.
5er.
What is that below?
So that is below.
That's 18.
Blade.
Below Blade. Yeah. Okay.
In front of his other movie.
In front of Half Past Dead that we watched?
Yeah.
Well, it is definitely better than Half Past Dead. I'm going to say that straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's a better film.
Yeah.
It's not as
even
funny
the action
as
is better
Half
because
Past Dead,
there's not the action in Half Past Dead is not particularly good either.
Yeah. There's no 49ers though.
That is true.
There's no Q-tip.
So that's 21 movies we've watched. How many have we actually put out now? This will be the 13th, I think.
Is it that many already?
I don't know if it's that many. I think it's like 11. 11? So. Oh, no, it's 13. Yeah,
this is the 13th movie that we've actually released.
Yeah.
What are we going to watch next?
Oh, shit. That's, is there a Gerard Depardieu action movie? Let me just do a little
Serrano.
quick Googling. And we're going to watch what's the year here? 1992. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Universal Soldier?
Dolph Lundgren. Universal Soldier.
Sweet.
Never seen it.
So I haven't seen it in a long ass time.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time either.
You know what time we did some Dolph?
It's probably it's kind of funny that like in life I've seen so much more than James, but like when it comes to action movies, every time I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
In life, you've seen more than you, James.
I've seen shit, man.
Yeah, you've seen way more than me.
Korea, the war.
Korea. Well, I thought James was 50.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm younger than that.
Well, I'm gonna be 50 this year, so
I feel like I'm 50. My body's falling apart. I think or I'm lazy. One or the other.
Could be both.
Well, you're not that far off. 45. That's
45. Yeah, I could. I think I could go for. I think I could pull off 45.
Well,
that about does it for us.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
see you next time.
Bye.
All right. Well, thanks so much for listening. Please check our list out. We've got it up on our website, actionpodcast.com. You can also check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Most importantly, though, please download us, subscribe, and please tell your friends. If you enjoy this, it means a lot if you tell people about it. It means a lot if you rate and review us. It's how we get more people to see us. So please do that. We hope you guys like this one, and please come back for the next.